Loving yourself is saying yes to experiences when you usually close yourself off. It's also saying no when you genuinely just don't want to do something, even if you feel like you'd be letting somebody down, because loving yourself is not letting yourself down, first and foremost. Every time you allow people to love you, you are loving yourself. Every time you forgive yourself, you are showing yourself love. Every single time you allow yourself to have fun without judgment and without fear, when you've been super restrictive and strict your whole entire life, you are loving yourself. Every time you get disciplined when you normally have very little discipline, that is an act of self-love. And every time you set a boundary that's really, really necessary when you usually wouldn't set that boundary, you are loving yourself. That is what it looks like to love yourself. So then how do we get there? First, we have to stop all criticism of ourselves and of others. Now and forever. Like, you have to make a vow to yourself that you are going to do absolutely every single thing in your power to end the cycle of criticism that lives in your brain. Number 1 is to stop criticizing yourself. Number 2 is to stop criticizing other people. On today's episode of How To, this is going to be how to love yourself. I know that there are already going to be people being like, this is such a dumb video, just love yourself. But this video is for the people that need the help. Because guess what? Everyone needs some help. Doing these things that I'm about to say will only benefit you. There is no negativity in this video at all. The first thing is acceptance. Accept yourself. Obviously, if there are parts of yourself that you want to work on and change, that's cool, totally cool. But accept yourself for like who you are and what you look like. With acceptance also comes being the best version of yourself, or at least like striving to be the best version of yourself. Obviously, no one's perfect. No one is saying that. But always trying to better yourself and take positive steps for yourself. Also, when I say being the best version of yourself, keep in mind that your value doesn't rely on your looks. Your value isn't determined on how other people view you. It's how you view yourself and how you feel inside. When you're putting good energy into yourself, obviously you will feel good inside. One example of putting good energy into yourself is repeating positive affirmations. I've spoken a lot about these, but these have honestly changed my life and my confidence and how I view myself. If you want a video on like all affirmations, I could totally do that because I'm very passionate about them. And with that comes throwing out all shame and all regret, and just focusing in on the present and how you can better yourself. Loving yourself is such an important thing. You just have to prioritize yourself and prioritize the things that are important to you. These are just a few of the tips on how I have learned to love myself. I could totally make a part 2 if you guys want even more ways that I have learned to love myself and put myself first.
Whatever you want from someone else, give it to yourself first. If you want compliments from someone else, give them to yourself first. If you want validation from someone else, give it to yourself first. Because no matter how many of them they give you, if you never gave it to yourself in the first place, it will never be enough.
Learn to love yourself first. You don't need confirmation from a man or a woman, your parents, nobody. You should love yourself first and love what you are and who you're becoming. And then it'll make it easy on other people to follow that and get that same reflection and love you back.
Choose you first. Choose you. Do not stay in a relationship and suffer in silence. Either you grow together or you grow apart. And that doesn't make you a bad person or the person you with a bad person. But you have to choose you. If you don't love yourself, you can never love anyone else because you don't love yourself. So the person that you with is just a band-aid to cover up what's going on with you internally.
I hope you woke up today and somebody loved you. And you know who I really hope I hope it was yourself. Love somebody, love yourself. Look somebody in the eyes and say, hey, I love you. And look yourself in the eyes and say the same thing, man.
You gotta love yourself. You gotta embrace every single part of yourself and know that you are worthy. Know that your uniqueness is beautiful, and remind yourself every single day that with or without anyone's validation, I am enough.
Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl.
When you look in the mirror, you can't even say, oh, you're beautiful. But when you see someone else, oh, you're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in the world. Honey, how do you talk about yourself? You don't do that to yourself. Why would you do that for others? Talk to yourself first. Say that to yourself first before you go out and give that love to everyone else. Give that love to yourself.
as well.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Don't get upset when you hear that people are talking bad about you. They have to talk about you because when they talk about themselves, nobody listens.
Your opinion is actually none of my business. So if you want to say things about me, if you want to judge me, at the end of the day, like, that's not on me, that's on you.
Oh, they cut you off, or they don't like you, or your crush doesn't find you attractive, so what?
And now, let them. Why should I care?
You can't let other people's opinions sway your perception of yourself because you're okay with yourself. You like the way you are.
Oh my god, I don't like this about you. You have to change this. Who are you? Excuse me. Did you give me money? Did you pay my bill?
Because since when did what a stranger has to say become more important than my own opinion?
Their opinion of you is not a fact, it's an opinion.
Everybody else's opinions and approval is just a combination of their own projections, trauma, life lessons, and mindset. That's got nothing to do with me, so why would I ever listen to it?
What somebody else thinks about you, like what goes on in their own mind about you, is none of your business.
This plan for you, it's up to you.
Be a little bit delusional in life. That's how I made it so far. I'm delusional. I saw my situation and I said, no, this is not my reality. Huh.
You know, so many people ask me about how to love yourself. How do you love yourself, Louise? Because I talk about it all the time. So I made a list of how to love yourself. And it's even in poster and postcard form now. But number one on that list of how to love yourself is to stop all criticism. Just stop it, now and forevermore. And make a vow to yourself that you're going to do your very best from now on to stop criticizing, number one, you, and then other people. It'll be a lot easier to stop criticizing other people when you stop criticizing yourself. Now, number two on that list is stop scaring yourself. And here we go into fear. How often do you terrorize yourself with your own thoughts? You get into absolute terror, and it's only coming from your thoughts. Nobody out there is doing a thing. Sometimes it's an old family pattern, sometimes we get new things. How many people here are absolutely in terror of earthquakes? And how often do you do that to yourself? You know, we find so many ways to scare ourselves. I would like people, when you have time, to make a list of your fears. Make a list of your fears. And then give yourself the opportunity to turn each fear into a positive affirmation. Turn each one into something positive. And remember, always you are in charge. You are always in charge. See, one idle thought doesn't make a whole lot of difference. It's like but thoughts are like drops of water. You drop a drop of water on the table here, and it doesn't mean much. But if you keep dropping and keep dropping and keep dropping, you get, the table becomes a wash, and then you get a puddle on the floor, and then you can get a little pond and a lake, and finally you can create an ocean. And with our own thoughts, we can drown in a sea of negativity, or we can float on the ocean of life. And it's up to us. The thoughts we think accumulate. And what sort of puddles are you standing in? Or are you up to here? Or are you up to here and trying to paddle? You know, what are you doing to yourself? When we're willing to change our thinking, we can change our experiences. And it doesn't matter if you've got a big puddle of negative thoughts. You know, you can move over here and create a puddle of marvelous positive thoughts. You can make changes, always. So you want to turn those fear thoughts into positive affirmations. Let them work for you.
Next time you feel insecure, I want you to come back to this video and remember this. You have so many silent admirers on this planet that look at you in awe, that wish they had your smile, energy, humor, style, intelligence. Or they're just supporting everything you do from a distance because they're too shy to say it. You make more of an impact and spread more positive energy than you'll ever know. So remember that the next time you're doubting yourself.